What were you thinking? With Aaron and Scott. Real talk behind closed doors. It's not just about stupidity, but everything else that comes with it. High octane, energy driven, in your face. Get ready. It's Aaron and Scott.
And it is another night of What Were You Thinking with yours truly, myself, Aaron, and my partner.
It's not this evening, actually. It's late afternoon, isn't it, Jamal? Last time I checked.
It's pretty late.
It's still 1,000 degrees outside. Jesus Christ. Oh, speaking of him, we really need to get Jesus on the show.
What happened?
Well, what happened is nothing. He's out there somewhere. We need to get him on the show. We've talked about it a few times. I think we should get Jesus on the show. And I think we should get Jesus number 2 on the show. I'm not sure who's 1, who's 2, but...
I will dedicate a Sunday, because I'm sure he's going to be out on the Sabbath, right? Or is he resting on the Sabbath?
I have no idea what he's doing. I just know he's roaming around Hollywood somewhere with a couple of freaks following him.
I'll go on Hollywood Boulevard.
We really need
search
to get
out
him,
Jesus.
Though. Yeah. How are you, Aaron?
I'm good, buddy. How are you doing?
I don't know. This is a different way of putting the mic, so I kind of have to face forward. I go like this. I look like...
Yeah. Well, you looked a little flustered coming in tonight.
Well, I was a little flustered. You keep saying tonight you're going to get me pissed off.
I'm sorry. It's late afternoon.
Thank you. It is late afternoon. Hi.
The doctor's in. Tell me.
The doctor should see me now. Seriously. It's hot. Hot.
Well, your AC, went on your car?
Yeah, the AC is blowing about, I don't know, 75 to 80, and it shouldn't do that because it's AC. I brought it in. They looked at it. They said, everything's fine. Everything's not fine. It's still blowing. I said, how cold is it supposed to blow?
Right.
He says it's supposed to, on a really hot day, you should be getting about 60 degrees out of there. It's not going to crank to 40. I said, I don't want it to go to 40. It says 60 on the little dealie. Just blow 60. It's blowing like 75. He goes, oh, that's definitely not wrong.
Yeah.
I said, then why did you give me the car back?
I want it to be a blizzard in my car when I turn on my AC.
A blizzard?
It's got to be snowing.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Here
Wouldn't
in
that be
LA?
fun? Driving around, you turn it on, it's coming out. It's like a Christmas Carol story.
You got snow blowing your face. You're in a blizzard. You're making snowballs. You're throwing at people.
There's a snowman in the back seat who keeps going, slow down. You're going a little too fast. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to turn the heat on if you keep running that mouth of yours. I don't need a backseat snowman driver here. Right. So you turn your heat on, and there he is, the witch on the Wizard of Oz. He's gone.
Man, and you got wet carpets in your car you got to worry about. Then you got mildew.
Oh, shit, there's mildew. Keep him snowy.
And
just
you know what?
He's
He's going to use that against you, so he's just going to keep...
In court.
In court.
You know what the cool thing is? You bring the snowman to court, and they call him up on the stand. And he's up on the stand, right? Yeah. But let's say that the air went out and in the courtroom, so it's getting hot. And they have to question him quickly, because if they don't, he's going to melt, and he's going to lose his case. So all you do is you stall them. You know, Your Honor, I'm hungry. It's lunch. Meanwhile, Frosty's up there dripping, disappearing.
I love this. We're talking about AC, and then all of a sudden Frosty is snowman.
You know what? This is crazy. It is very hot outside, and I'm sorry I went off on this tangent, but I'm going to get my air fixed in my car, and I'll be.
But you know what? It's nice and cool in the studio, and
it's a lovely evening.
It's late afternoon.
Testing you. Finally, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we at tonight, buddy? I notice you have a little orange marker.
Well, you know what? I have my highlighter that highlight all the wonderful news that happens in the media.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is a good story. So there was a threesome.
What does that mean? People were having sex?
No. Just there were a threesome in a car. Well, when I say threesome, I guess that means sex, right? No, there's just 3 people in a car.
Doesn't really mean it, but whenever somebody says something, all our dirty minds go right to the gutter. Mine does.
Yeah. Oh, mine would too. If someone say, I
had a threesome this weekend.
Yeah.
You're not thinking he went with 2 other people to the beach to play volleyball.
Yeah.
You're thinking they were swinging it up down there at the old OK Corral. I don't know what you call it. Anyway.
So there was a trio in a car in Michigan that went through a Taco Bell drive-thru, ordering food.
Yeah.
So they get up to the window.
Right.
The lady's handing them bags of, what they thought was their food, as you would think, right?
Well, I would think so.
Yeah. Now, they drive off, and they're miles down the road, and they finally open up the bag to pull out the food.
They weren't home yet?
They weren't home. Well, I don't know if this was a road trip.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got you.
Who knows? but
Maybe.
they said miles.
You know, they may have just been feeding the snowman in the back seat.
That's possible.
Okay, so go on.
Maybe we're giving him a snow cone. But so they open up the bag. There's no food at all.
Didn't he feel the weight of the bag when they said,
was,
here you go,
there was
sir?
definitely weight in the bag. Cash.
They put cash in the bag?
They handed them loots and thousands of dollars in cash.
Wow.
In bags. And crazy.
So this was supposed to be for Brinks or some money collector dude?
There was $3,600. But it was interesting because I was watching this on YouTube.
Right.
And it looked like drug money because the bills were all wrapped up in like saran wrap, and it just looked like it came from a Coke deal.
Well, it's Taco Bell.
But they put them in like fast food bags.
That's stupid.
And then what is that money doing by the window? Here you go, sir.
I'm thinking a certain assistant manager is going to be let go or at least punished.
Well, when they realized, and they counted the money too.
Who's they?
The threesome. The trio.
Those people having sex.
People having sex. What can we do with this $3,600?
We can get another snowman, so he has company.
They wanted to see maybe just how much money was in the bag, but they counted it, and it was $3,600.
Yeah.
And
they returned it?
And they returned it.
Those are nice people.
Very nice people. How many would you return it?
$3,600. Let me explain something about this. $3,600, most people are going to return.
Yeah.
They're going to get some nice pat on the back, maybe a little notoriety.
Sure.
If it was $5 million, nobody would return it. And everybody out there knows exactly what I'm talking
Wouldn't
about.
you think in someone's mind, maybe this is an act of God? Maybe Jesus is like,
Which
here
part?
You go.
Which part?
No, if all of a sudden there was a mistake and you get money, you're thinking, God, this is like,
You know, this was supposed to be.
this is like winning the lottery.
This is meant to be.
This was meant to be.
Yeah.
How often did you go through a drive-through and they hand you cash?
Well, that's obviously a mistake, Aaron, because
Yes.
let's say you're on the beach, you're
Yes.
walking along, and you come upon, I don't know, a bag of cash. Doesn't even have to be a bag that says Taco Bell. It's just a bag of cash.
Yeah.
That, I would look at it and go, you know what? This was meant to be.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's $5 in it or $5 million. It's meant to be.
Sure.
Who's it belong to? Are you going to turn it into someone and hope that they turn it into the right person? No.
I see your point.
You know what I mean? But make no mistake, if that was just $3,000 or $3,500 in that bag, most of us would have returned it.
Yes.
Because you feel good about yourself,
Sure.
and you know,
You
and
did an act of
you
service.
kind of know that they might narrow it down to who it went to. They have cameras that show the bag going out.
Right.
But $5 million, everybody's going to think twice on. You're like, I could just go to France and start a new life. Right?
So they return the money and they walk in, and the assistant manager, the idiot, right? Well, no, she had this stone cold look on her face.
Yeah, because she knows
Like,
she's an
holy
idiot.
crap.
Yeah.
These people came back.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Did they get a reward? Free burrito? I
No,
don't know.
they didn't. They paid for their meal. They got their food.
They didn't even give their money back for their meal?
It doesn't say in the story, so I'm assuming they probably paid for it.
So what good did this do them? Okay, this wonderful act of, you know, being honest. What good did it do our threesome?
It's just the fact that they did something good.
Who put it on YouTube? Or was it on the news?
It was on the news. It went
So they
viral.
had a newscast come out and do
news-
hey, and these people did this, and
Well,
I guess that's their
the
reward.
people that returned it
Yeah.
contacted the news and said, "Oh, by the way, look."
There you go. Everybody wants something, right? They didn't just do it and run off and be.
But they did. They
you know.
contacted the local news and said, "By the way, we just got
Look what we did.
$3,600 and we returned it. We're good Samaritans."
Can you imagine this? Okay.
Can I have a badge, please?
Exactly. Little popsicle, a little something on the news for me. Here's the difference. They find $5 million. You think they're going to be dialing KTLA or something like
Definitely
that?
not.
They're going to be like, you know what? Let's call the news. Let's not. The boyfriend takes the threesome, takes it, hangs up the phone, and says, we're leaving. Book us flights. We're out of here.
Taco Bell was lucky that these
See, people are just so nice, just to a certain point.
Well, let me go into another story now. This is another fast food
I'm not
chain
sure
story.
I want to.
Oh, you want to hear this?
I think there's.
This is
I think we need to discuss
let's-
the evils of humans.
no. We
and we all
will.
have
This
it
is
within
all.
us.
Exactly.
This is all related. So Wendy's, right? This guy goes through a drive-through.
This is our.
He
fast
actually
food
gets
moment.
food on this one, but they messed up on his order.
Yeah.
So he pulls off to the side, right there in the little parking lot.
Yeah.
Gets out of his car, walks up to the window.
You're not supposed to do that. They
You're
don't
not
like
supposed
when
to.
you do
You're
that, by the way.
Anyway, but the young man there listened to this guy, and wanted a hamburger. Now, do you know the difference between a hamburger and a cheeseburger?
Yeah, well, let me just guess. I don't know about you, Jamal, but I'm thinking one has cheese and one doesn't.
This guy gave a lecture to this young man. They gave him a cheeseburger
Instead of a hamburger.
well, they had this all on video, and this guy's was language that was just unheard of. I mean, it was crazy. But this guy went off, and he said, "If I wanted a cheeseburger, I would have said cheeseburger, and I asked for a hamburger, and you put cheese on it. What's the matter with?"
Was he lactose
This guy,
intolerant?
I don't know,
Cheese
but he held up a
intolerant.
line. This guy was crazy. Okay,
What'd
Now,
they do
what's-
for him? They give him a new hamburger?
I'm sure they did.
They probably shit
Now,
on it.
this is-
You know how some people spit on
Okay,
it?
now this story,
Yeah.
this one even gets worse. This woman goes into a Dunkin' Donuts. Now they have this, a lot of times when you go into a place of business and you purchase something, sometimes if they say if we don't give you a receipt, right, your order's free. Like
Yeah.
so, people do that.
Who does that?
But anyway, this woman went into Dunkin' Donuts and they had this sign that basically said, if we don't give you your receipt,
Right.
your meal's free. So she went in, she got her donuts,
Yeah.
and she didn't get a receipt.
So she has to walk out of
she
the store,
actually
right?
well,
You got to walk out and come back in to prove that they actually didn't.
anyway,
right?
she didn't get it. Okay, so she was telling the assistant manager was there, and she's like, you didn't give me my receipt. So she had this big scuff. So she comes back the next day with her camera in hand. She says, "By the way, I'm videotaping this. This is going on Facebook. This is going on YouTube. I came in last night and I spoke with so and so." This was her argument. She didn't get her receipt. She wanted the entire menu. She didn't want just what she got. She wanted everything that Dunkin' Donuts had to offer her.
For free?
Yeah, for free.
So their rule is probably
And
what you ordered was
she
free.
She called her lawyer. Her lawyer was, which, I mean, there's no way. You never saw what this woman looked like, but I'm
curious to know that, by the way.
I would like to see what this woman looks like. Yeah, I have no idea.
She probably looks like a donut.
She probably looks like a donut, but she wanted the whole menu. And the assistant manager's like, no.
So what happened? She put that on Facebook?
She's going to battle this. Well, she said she's going to battle this court. Yeah.
You know what? Some people just, I don't know what nice way to say this, but, go to Denny's, bitch. Jesus Christ. Just go somewhere else. What? Don't people have better things to do than sue Dunkin' Donuts? God, I mean,
Yeah.
So go on.
Stupidity.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a little something that happened today. I was at the bank,
Yeah.
and you know how people have to bring their dogs everywhere?
Of course.
I'm sure there's dog lovers who just believe they should go everywhere, but they shouldn't. Anyway, it's kind of like those bicyclists who drive on the road and shouldn't. Anyway, kind of like a lot of things. But anyway, this guy brings his dog. It's fine. He didn't look like he was blind or hurting or anything. He's attached to his dog. But what he does is he puts his dog on the counter. And he's rubbing the paw against the bulletproof glass to say hi to the teller. The little Jeffy wants to say hi. And there was a woman in line. She goes, "That's terrible." She goes, we got to put our hands on that thing when we get up there, the counter. She goes, "Why is this allowed? Why is this allowed?" I'm going to tell you something funny. I was over at a computer store over in Burbank. Won't mention it. But there is a sign out there, probably the size of about a billboard, that says "No dogs allowed."
Right.
Having trouble with my computer, I walk up to the counter and I'm talking to the guy when some little idiot walks up behind me with his little dog on a leash. I'm on the middle. The guy's on the right side, and his dog on his leash comes around and wraps around me and keeps walking around. So his leash is like going around my legs.
He's tying you up.
And I look at him and I go, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And he goes, What do you mean?" I go, "Your dog's all over the place." I said, "Did you not see the sign? Big, huge sign?" He goes, "He's not hurting anything. He's bothering me. He's all wrapped around my legs." Point is, I said to the guy, if somebody walked in here with a lit cigarette,
Yeah.
everybody would go crazy. Okay? And there's not even a sign that says no smoking, by the way. But this big, huge sign that says "No dogs allowed," this guy walks in, it's totally acceptable.
Right.
What is it with people that think they got to bring their dogs everywhere? Sit on their lap at the restaurant. They got to walk them through the store in the
When I
in the
worked out,
cart.
actually, there was this woman, Beverly Hills type, nails, makeup,
Yeah,
hair,
I
right?
know.
Right. We get, but she comes in with her Chihuahua.
Yeah, they do that. They think it's
This
cute.
dog worked out with her, sat on her lap as she's doing these exercises. Really?
This is stupid. I
Bring
don't
your
understand.
dog into the gym while you do your workout.
I'm going to tell you something.
Come on.
I think these people there's a reason they're not running around with a human. That's it.
If
Next.
these dogs could speak.
Yeah, no, I think these people, I think, and speaking of, I think, didn't Angeline paint her dog pink once? Didn't she paint it pink?
It wouldn't surprise me if she did.
I
Everything has to
believe
be
she
pink.
had a little white dog that she painted pink once. We'll have to check that out, but it wouldn't surprise me. She loves her dog. And it wasn't cruelty. A lot of people out there, those people that bring their dogs to the banks are probably going, oh, that's terrible. You should never paint your dog. Just bring them to the bank and let them wander around the counter.
That's right.
Anyway, so I don't know what I was saying. Something about a pink dog with Angeline. We'll have to check that out. So, a
Anyway.
lot going on at the fast food restaurants.
There is. Now, moving into like the grocery store chain. So, you know, Long John Silver's, they do the fish, you know, that you buy in the frozen food section in the grocery store.
Yes.
This has now been named if you want a heart attack, you go to and just eat some Long John Silver fish.
Fish, don't they have
It's like it's breaded.
breaded?
Yeah.
Breaded
They take a
fish.
healthy fish
Yeah.
and then they bread it. But that breading is what kills you because it's all that hydrogenated oils and the cholesterol. And it's horrible for you. So this is what it contains. 33 grams of trans fat. Okay.
Wow.
An additional 19 grams of saturated fat. Oh, and only 3,700 milligrams of salt.
You know, that's really interesting because that's definitely a cardiac dream.
Of course.
But I have a little something we can add. Not only do we have to worry about that with our food these days, but then top it off with GMO.
I know.
What the hell good is in our foods? And if you go online and you put on Google GMO foods, you can find all the companies that are putting GMOs in our foods, but don't have to label it because everybody decided that labels were not good. Idiots.
No, they're taking shortcuts. There's
There's
as
nothing.
healthy
It's not even
anymore.
real food.
No, it's not.
It's
Well, they took something that was real and they ruined it.
yeah. But what I heard is they're not doing that for countries like Russia, Japan, China, Germany, France.
And how long do they
Australia.
live? Right? 90s, 100, right? How long do we live?
They're not accepting our food now. They're not accepting GMO food. In fact, Hungary, I saw this on the internet.
Right.
Hungary, the country of Hungary has just burned their GMO crops and basically said, if you are caught in this country, you know, making GMO crops,
Sure.
you get 5 years in prison right off the bat. So the rest of the world. So meanwhile, the companies who are making our GMO food, they're making normal food for the rest of the world, just giving us the GMO. Just word to the wise. But we're going to have somebody on this show soon, and we're going to really get into all that. It's very interesting.
I don't think people realize how bad, the foods are that we eat. They don't. They
The
just,
foods
they,
that we
they see
eat-
it, they eat it.
They're already horrible. So what they've done is they've taken something that's really bad
Yeah.
and then totally just GMOized it. I don't know what you want to say. There's essentially, everybody's one day going to have cancer. I mean, it's like, it's
Because
gonna
we
be,
know cancer, right?
I have
Everything
a theory.
causes cancer.
Yeah, well, everything in this crap does. But I got to tell you, I think if you follow the money, you'll find that the ones who are making the GMO food are probably making the chemotherapy too.
Yeah, that's right.
They get it on both ends. Who knows? Yeah, that's really nice. So anyway, Long John Silver's for tomorrow for me. I think I'll skip it today. Who's your daddy? Long John Silver.
Oh, yeah.
So,
What Were You Thinking with Aaron and Scott? The show that gets to the core of all the bull. Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. In a world where developers compete to promote their apps, in a time where advertising is key to your success and profit on any app store, create stunning app demo videos with the voice heard around the world. Make your app stand out among the rest. For commercial use on websites, trailers, YouTube, and more. Some restrictions may apply. Visit appcodesource.com and order your custom voiceover today. We here at the studio are really athletic guys, and as a result, we're always pulling this, overstretching that. You know how it goes. You get hurt from time to time, or you just sleep wrong and wake up with some sort of ache or pain. But no matter what the situation is, we choose who we consider to be one of the best chiropractors in LA.
Dr. Chet Millett. Headaches, backaches, neck aches. He's the guy we trust with our pain. Dr. Millett is located at Body Structure in Hollywood, California on Cole Street across from Gold's Gym. Seriously, we know this guy. He's got the experience and expertise, and he cares. That's Dr. Chet Millett. Give him a call at 323-469-8062 or look him up on the web at bodystructurela.com, or you can find him on Yelp. Dr. Chet Millett. He's the guy we trust with our pain.
What were you thinking? With Aaron and Scott. Real talk behind closed doors. It's not just about stupidity, but everything else that comes with it. High octane, energy driven, in your face. Get ready. It's Aaron and Scott.
So we're going to do the rest of the show in Japanese?
Yes.
Is that what you said? All right. All right. Do you have the translator guy?
I wish.
I just have one thing to say. AaronScottShow.com. AaronScottShow.com.
Oh, yeah.
We now have our own website.
Yeah.
Streaming
pretty
continuously
nifty.
24/7. If you want to hear us, you just 3
So it's
o'clock in
not
morning.
the Aaron and Show, Scott. It's Aaron Scott Show.
Aaron Scott Show.
So www.aaronscottshow.com.
AaronScottShow.com.
See, even I need to check
That's
it
right.
out.
Follow us on Twitter. Yeah.
Twitter.
Twitter. We'll have pictures posted.
Nice.
You can send comments.
Nice comments. You know
Nice.
what? How come nobody calls in? Do they just call in and we ignore them?
No, nobody's been calling in.
Certainly, there's got to be a very, very avid bicyclist by now who's sick of hearing about me talk about how bicyclists.
But here's the thing.
Or a dog lover at
would
this
listen.
point?
I know I would listen to like Howard Stern, other show. I never called in.
Well, you didn't.
No.
Someone does.
Well, I'm sure if somebody has
I
something
called
to say,
in.
I'm sure.
I called the Dr. Laura show once. Remember her? Did she die? Dr. Laura
don't
Schlesinger. You know, yeah. Anyway, I called her. She pissed me off one day. She won't put up with you. She'll let you go right away if you're not like right on the religious mark. It's like
I'm sure if somebody has something to say, they'll call.
Yeah. Well,
But they send comments. They send emails.
we love your
They-
emails, by the way.
Shy, it's okay.
We're actually very friendly,
We
and
are.
it's like I'm very friendly. Aaron might give you the runaround, but I'm myself very friendly. I
Right.
can take the callers. Aaron seems to be a little gruff and mean with them, but I myself look at him. He's just sitting over there going, "Just shut up, just shut up."
Oh.
Next, please.
Next.
Hi.
We'll speak Japanese. I want to hear your.
You know what? I'm not going to even try because I'm probably going to offend somebody.
You probably would.
I'm just going to leave it like this.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like it's a very difficult language to master, and they drive really well. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I sense some
Touche.
sarcasm at the end of that statement.
No. Actually,
I
no.
think you just offended someone.
No, honestly. No, I'm being, people say certain people drive badly.
Yeah.
I find that not to be true. Next.
So every week, we always bring on interesting topics. We talk about, taboo.
I love Japanese food, though. I really do.
How about the women? I love it.
Yeah. Japanese women, very, very pretty.
Yes.
And
They
but
take
the
care of
food,
you.
God, the food is just so good.
They're so nice at those restaurants.
I don't think they're going to throw a bunch of cash in a bag. Those guys and gals tend to watch where the green is.
Oh, of course.
They're not going to accidentally. Can you imagine how stupid somebody would have to be to fill the bag full of cash and then put it right next to the outgoing window and give it to somebody? If I owned that Jack in the Box, even if the money came back tenfold, I'd say,
Bell?
you know
Yeah.
what, Trisha, you're out of here. You're in the next bag that goes into the car, and they'll have a foursome when you're in there. It was a threesome. Hey, look who's in the bag, Trisha. Now it's a foursome and a snowman.
Yeah. Well, or they would just say, we're going to have you work free for the next year
They practically do anyway. That's the sad thing.
to make up for the 30.
Yeah, no super tacos for you, hun. Or no, that's not even super tacos. Jack in the Box, right? Whole nother deal.
Yeah.
Whole nother heart-stopping deal.
So
So,
here we are.
and we are here.
Oh, yes, we are. So I want to bring up a nice subject. You know how people get awards, right, for doing something good?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah,
Usually.
trophies, ribbons, some sort of recognition.
I always love when people put them in their windows.
I
Yeah.
did that.
I'm
I
sure
would
you
always
did.
If I got a ribbon or a trophy, I always had to, base from baseball.
You know what I remember too?
Yeah.
males between about 12 and 18 years old, they'd put their empty liquor bottles in the windowsills. Did they do that where you were at? I wasn't in a shitty area, really. It was the Bay Area up north. But I noticed a lot of guys would put beer bottles, a vodka bottle.
I always wondered all by myself.
Does your mom ever go in your room, see this crap? You know, the rest of us got trophies of what we accomplished. You've got booze bottles.
See that 40 there?
Sean
Yeah.
Conley says he's too lazy to call in.
Sean Conley says he's too lazy to call. Tell him to leave his number. We'll call him.
Yeah.
I'll be
your number,
nice.
Sean.
Sean, leave your number. We'd love to call you. We don't want to disturb you too much.
He's probably in a very relaxed position right now, laying down. Probably doesn't want to move. It's all right.
That's all cool, Sean.
Yeah.
We're glad you're with us.
So people that do stupid stuff,
Yeah.
well, they get awards too. And I'm talking about the Darwin Awards. That's right. Woo!
What the hell are the Darwin Awards?
Well, the Darwin Awards, it's been around for a while, but it's...
How long's a while? How long I've been out of it?
Jamal,
here?
do you know anything about the Darwin Awards?
Not really.
You know how long it's been around? It's been around a while. I don't know, I'm just going to say a while.
Darwin. Wait, are we talking about that guy who did, Darwinism and all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Darwin.
Darwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where man went from worm to man.
Yes. Right.
It wasn't exactly worm to man.
He was the
but-
first one to get the Darwin Award.
Yeah, but Darwinism. I remember that
Yeah.
back in school. Anyway, so what is this?
Well, the Darwin Award is you have to do something stupid,
Right.
and then you die.
You mean, well, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, you do something stupid and what? A firing squad says, thank you for coming, and boom, you're dead?
Well, it's like,
Or you dive off of a cliff higher than anybody else, and then you die. What do you mean?
yeah, any one of those.
Anything?
It's dying doing something stupid. It's doing an act that
And you have to die.
You weren't, and you have to die.
And you have to die.
Yeah, you have to die.
So if you don't die, if you just
If you
drop-
don't die, it's like
Let's say you jump off a building, you break every bone in your body, you're down there, you look like putty, but you still have a heartbeat and your brain's still ticking. You're basically dead, but if you're not technically dead, you don't win the
you have
award.
to be really dead.
You don't win the award. This guy broke every bone in his body. He's not going to be worth a shit for the rest of his life, but he didn't win because he ain't dead.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Get a taller
So
building.
these are what were you thinking moments when these people died?
Oh, this is
But
great.
they got they're recognized. We're talking about it.
Yeah,
Their legacy lives on.
they're dead.
Maybe not in the way that perhaps they want it, but anyway, it's
So they're going to be in the same category, let's say, as, I don't know, Cary Grant, who did 100,000 movies and he was a great actor. And then there was Bill from Ohio, who
Yeah.
dove off of a cliff and killed himself.
right because someone said, "I bet you can't do that." Oh, yes, I can. And
Well,
Walk
let's
to his
hear
death.
about what you have. I've
Okay,
never
so-
even heard of this stuff.
now this one. This one's on YouTube. You can actually watch this on YouTube. But there was a man in South Korea. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think he was like in a looked from YouTube. It looked like in a hotel, high rise. Okay, and
Uh-oh.
he's all of it. You see this elevator. You see these people get on, and this elevator closes. Now there's a glass tube, so those elevators you can actually see go up and
Yeah.
down, right? So the elevator door closes, and within maybe 5 seconds, you see this electric wheelchair come barreling out of nowhere and slams right into the elevator door, as if saying, "Hey, I'm here.
Right.
Hold the door."
Right.
But this is like 5 seconds later, and the elevator had already moved.
Right.
So what does this guy do? This old man backs up out of the frame of the camera, and all of a sudden you see this wheelchair barely right into the door again.
Right.
And he's basically breaking down this door, this elevator. Third time he hits it, busts right through the elevator.
Wait, these were glass doors?
No, it was like aluminum or something. But anyway, the door opened. He went down the elevator shaft to his death. There was.
Shit, that was good.
He missed his. He missed his. He missed the elevator. It was, and you can see in the camera the thing goes up, right? But as
Oh,
he hits
shit.
the door, you see those. You just see this wheelchair go, doop, just tips over,
Right.
and he just falls to his death. I don't know if there was an explosion from the wheelchair. I don't know if,
Hey, I got a question.
Good thing it was electric and not power, like
Yeah.
gasoline, because then it would have been
when he hit the top of the elevator. I mean, what did he eventually? Was the elevator on his way up, or was the elevator on his way
the
down?
elevator went up.
Oh,
Of course.
so he didn't even hit the elevator.
No, he hit the bottom of. I think he was probably 15, 20 floors up. So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, he got his ride. He got.
Okay, but this wasn't like a competition. I thought you said it was like a.
No.
This is just simply if some you get the award whether you opted for. Hey, I'll join this contest or not.
I don't think he was planning on dying that day. I think he was a very impatient man that said, "I'm gonna bust through this." He was probably having a bad day. And they didn't hold the door for him, and he was just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna work my way through that door and get on that elevator.
Elevator doors are pretty hard to. I mean, this must have been a real dumpy joint. I mean,
could
I've
see-
kicked elevator doors.
All I'm saying is, this guy. I don't know. He was in
Wow.
a steel machine.
Maybe it was very powerful. His elevator, not his elevator.
These things
his-
cruise. I've seen people, on sidewalks. They got to be. They're cruising.
Well, I've seen some really large people, and
Yeah.
we're talking about, and I'm not being mean or anything, but they're fat as houses, and they are like 500 pounds plus, and they're in these little chairs that cart them around, going straight up a hill.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, God, that's got some power. You know what it's like to take 550 pounds and then just push it up? I'm thinking that battery, by the time they go about 20 feet, they need a recharge.
By the time I'm done reading all these lists, you're gonna get.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, dude, there's more. Of course, there's
let's
more.
hear.
Oh, yeah, there's not just one Darwin Award. Of course not.
So he got an award.
He died.
Yeah. Did they say anything about what his title of his award was? Man
No.
in wheelchair down elevator
No, you
shaft?
just get it's just titled as a Darwin Award
Nice.
of stupidity.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
next? This is
I
cool.
wonder what his trophy would look like.
And they had this on YouTube? They showed it on YouTube?
Yeah.
They didn't show him hit the bottom, though, did they?
No, you
That's
just,
supposed to be
you
illegal.
See him, no. You just see him tilt and fall down.
but
to
you
the
don't get
shaft.
to see him hit the bottom.
Of course not.
No, I'm sure it was on when it first happened, and then somebody came out and said, "Oh, we cannot
I don't know
show
if they
that."
have cameras inside the shaft.
Well,
don't know.
regardless, have you ever noticed when there's a death, like somebody jumps out of a building, they'll show them jumping out of a building.
They did mute it, so there's no sound.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll jump out of a building, but they will never, maybe the first viewing, if you're like that lucky one who gets, turn this on, and you see them, they smack the bottom. But then somebody comes along and says, we can't show that.
Yeah.
Just show them floating around a little bit when they get 5 feet from the ground cut. I don't know. Somewhere there's got to be a site where everybody's splatted.
Well, so
And we're going to take it from the 5 feet on. Splat.
So
splat.
from that story to the next, this in Louisiana, this girl's in the car with her boyfriend, and they're driving.
Twosome.
She's complaining, right?
Yeah.
It sounds typical, right?
What are you saying about
Well,
women?
I
What are
have
you
two-
saying about women?
No,
Did you just say that's typical? He just said that's typical.
Let me just explain.
I'm going to speak for the women who are
I have
listening
two
to this
sisters.
show right now. Well, your two sisters could be a pain in the ass.
Every time
but
my
that doesn't
mom's in
mean
the car with me, no, they're always complaining about something.
I'm just saying, you're going to
Okay.
piss off the women.
You know what?
I am
Have
all
you-
for. no.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Has a woman been? Have you driven a woman around before in your car?
Yeah,
Have they ever just been quiet?
a couple of them. Marjorie has.
Jamal,
Rhonda has.
They always have something to say. If there's more than 10 seconds,
Guys,
they
you guys
think
are
there's
hanging
something
around
wrong with
with
you.
the
They
wrong
think
women.
they're like, what's wrong? What do you mean? Well, you're quiet.
And
You
they
okay?
always got to pee.
Does it have to be in the car? Oh no, I've experienced this with women, but not in the car.
So anyway, she's in the car with her boyfriend, and she's complaining that he's driving too damn slow with the car.
Right.
Right. So they keep driving, and she's like, "Will you speed up?" He's like, "Well, no." Anyway, she was impatient. She said, "I bet I can walk faster than how fast you're driving, how
Right.
slow you're driving." Well, she opens up the car door and puts her foot out and steps out and falls right to her death. Right.
Wait.
And a
were-
moving vehicle.
Were they on a cliff?
No, they were on the road. They were driving.
But she means she fell to her death. That's only 6 inches.
Well, depending on how fast you're driving, I don't know. Apparently, to her, it was too slow. He wasn't driving fast enough. So before he could even
Seriously.
react, she opened the door and stepped out
And died.
as if I'm done with this ride. I'm going to walk.
So what happened? Did he go back and find her, or did he just
I'm
find out
sure
on
he
the
stopped
news?
and she died. You know, you really don't have to. You hit your head just right, dude. You're done.
Yeah, so she got
Yeah.
an award too.
You could be standing straight up, fall over backwards. Hit
So
your head, and you're
basically,
dead.
to get this award, you just got to
You have
die.
to- But you have to do something stupid to do it.
Well,
okay,
really.
wheelchair ram me into an elevator.
Name me a smart death that wouldn't qualify.
Sleeping in your bed.
And just dying naturally?
Just dying naturally.
You don't get an award for that.
No.
However, if you rolled out of bed, bumped your head,
People
and a
just
lamp
say-
fell and fell on your head, then you get an award.
People just say, you know what? That's how you go. That's a
Wonder
good
who
way of
makes
dying.
these
You just-
rules
you just,
for this.
You just die in your sleep.
Yeah, it's basically boring compared to going out of a car. But anything exciting on this list? Like somebody who actually, I don't know. I saw being shot out of a cannon or something, missing their spot and going into the next building. I don't know.
Well, it gets. There's every story's different.
All
So,
right.
but I selected a lot that I felt needed to be recognized.
Well,
These
she
people-
sounded like
you
she
know,
was
they-
a pain in the ass anyway. So maybe this
That
was
was
a
my
blessing in
point. She was
disguise.
complaining. Had she just kept her mouth shut, she would have been alive.
Well, had she just kept in the car, she could have kept talking.
No,
Yeah, that's too bad for her. Next.
it is. Okay, so
No, actually, I do. I feel bad. I feel like shit. That's shitty to say. It's not like I'm cold and but why get out of the car?
Okay. So this next story happened in Florida on the I-95. It's probably like the 101 here, maybe in LA.
Nothing's
But
like
this
the
man was
101.
stuck in another car story, but this man stuck in traffic.
Right.
And he just got done drinking. He just came out of a tavern, right? Drank beer, but he really had to pee. Had to go to the bathroom, stuck in traffic.
Right.
So he's like trying to hold it, and you get to a point
Yeah,
where
it's
you
kind of
just-
rough.
you're just going to have to go outside. So he opens up his car door and he just loop-de-loops over the medium, and he just thought there was going to be like a little embankment. No, there was he fell
Like a
about
cliff?
He fell down 500 feet
Oh,
and hit the pavement below.
I'm noticing a little something.
I think his body probably he probably went after he hit.
No, he was like a water balloon. You drop them, splat, all over
There
the
goes
place.
your bladder.
Wow. Seriously, he just leaped over
Just
the
leaped
fucking-
over the medium and down below
It's a median, right?
medium. Well,
Medium?
it divides. It's like.
I always thought they were called median.
Or the not divider, because the divider divides.
Yeah, is it a median or a medium?
It's a medium, not a median.
I thought a medium was like a psychic.
I
and a
think
median is like
the median.
in the middle.
Somebody let us know. Somebody out there. Jamal, you're right here. It's a median, right? The thing is,
now here's the thing. He should have just peed in a bottle, or I don't know.
maybe he didn't have a
Just
bottle.
Okay, then just right there on the street.
I'd pee. I wouldn't just jump over the
No,
whatever it's called.
look before you jump.
Well, I bet you it was nighttime.
I don't know.
It's a median.
It's a median.
It's median.
Oh, it's a median.
Well, thank you. Next. Confusing me over here.
I am so smart. SMRT. I know my shit when I'm tired.
You do. I'm like, okay, it's all good.
But my point, did you know what I was talking about?
Which part?
The medium.
Yes, I did, but it ain't a medium.
That's all that matters.
It's a medium.
I say tomato, you say tomato.
I don't say that. I say tomato too. Tomato. Tomato. Chlamydia. Wait a minute. That's something all different, huh?
What?
Yeah.
What
I don't
is
know where that
chlamydia?
came out. I say chlamydia. You say chlamydia. I don't know. It's like stupid. So what's next?
So anyway, okay, so this one is actually in Germany, and this guy's on a subway.
They don't do dumb things in Germany.
Well, this guy did.
Jeez, he must have been visiting.
Oh,
go
yep,
on.
it says right here, from the United States.
Does it seriously? No. Oh, that would have been funny. You should have just said, yeah. I wouldn't have known. Nobody else would have. It really would have fit in
A
perfect.
U.S. citizen visiting. No, so this guy, you know what?
Perfectly, that
It
would
doesn't
have fit
say. It just says in Germany. It could be a U.S. citizen.
I'm going with U.S. citizen. He's had too much GMO,
Let me
no
explain
brain
this. Well,
cells left.
let's talk about the story, and then maybe we'll see if it is a U.S. citizen. All
right.
Or but anyway, this guy is on a subway. Subway, they go fast. They're not.
They do.
They move.
They cover him over there. They cover tracks.
So anyway, this had to have been, there wasn't a lot of people on the subway.
Right.
And he was in his own like little compartment area.
Right.
Right. And the steel bars that hang across.
Yeah, of course.
That you hang on to, right?
Yeah, so you don't fall.
You don't fall over into someone else's lap.
Correct.
Yeah. So anyway, he thought it was a good idea if he would just swing it like a monkey and he was just just swinging along.
Both hands,
Both
swinging.
hands, right? Just swing back and forth. And he thought it'd be cool to kick the window.
Okay, this is a real idiot too.
Yeah, right.
This should be the idiot award.
Anyway, he's swinging. He kicks the window,
Yeah.
but he pops the window out.
No kidding.
Now, the subway's moving fast enough where the suction literally sucks him right out.
Too bad.
And he was found on the track, so I don't know.
He left Hamburg and he
But
ended up
it
in
actually
Munich.
took a while for them to figure out actually what happened and how actually this guy wound up on the tracks, because they obviously found this kid on the tracks. And
Kid. Was it a kid?
well, let's see here. No, it doesn't. I'm going to see a kid. I don't see a full-grown man. I don't know.
How old was the guy who
doesn't-
jumped the medium? He wasn't no kid.
I don't know.
These are dumb people.
These are dumb people.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to kick this window. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get sucked out.
Well, even if you didn't get sucked out and you break the window, you kick the window. They don't like that in Germany.
No.
They don't like a lot of things in Germany.
Well, you don't swing from the bar. Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe do pull-ups. Maybe,
How about just sit in a goddamn seat and wait till you get to your stop? Stupid ass. Jesus. Anyway. What next? I need to hear something really, really charged.
really charged?
Yes. Keep in our country. There seems...
So these U.S. citizens were visiting Belgium,
All right.
and
This is already good. Take the idiots out of their home country and put them
anyway,
somewhere else.
these guys wanted to rob a bank, right? But
The visitors?
the visitors from the U.S.
So our
I don't
citizens.
know. They're from. I don't know. It could be.
Jeez, Aaron's getting a little cranky telling his shit stories, isn't he?
Do you have something against U.S. citizens? We're not that stupid.
No.
Okay.
We're really stupid. We're the only ones that eat the GMO food. The rest of the world says, screw you. Go on.
Anyway, so these three guys plan to rob this ATM that's attached to the bank, to the building.
Right.
So they figured if they put some dynamite, they would just blow open the ATM,
Yeah.
take the cash. Right? Bada bing, bada boom, easy peasy, Japanesey. Just take it out. Don't have to go in. Don't have to hold it up. So, unfortunately, they did this when the bank was closed.
Yeah.
There's no security guards around. Nothing. So the dynamite went off, and not only did it blow up the ATM, but it blew up the entire bank. It took out the guys.
Them too?
Them too.
Gotta tell me when we got sound effects with this shit. Let me make one thing clear. No,
Yeah.
I don't think that all of U.S. citizens are stupid. It just seems like these people who you're telling me the stories about are stupid, and a lot of them happen to be from the U.S. So no,
Too
I
many
don't think.
sticks of dynamite.
Yeah, that's funny though. Those guys also were a little stupid, but
Yeah.
maybe just got a little carried away with the dynamite, huh? You know?
I think they were packing a little too much TNT.
Yeah. No kidding. That's funny.
They planned it out. I mean, they got what they wanted.
We got what we wanted.
They got
Do you remember
what
that
they
commercial way back in the day? You remember Montgomery Wards? Montgomery Wards. Do you remember Wards?
I do remember Wards.
Remember that commercial?
wanted.
I got what I wanted at Wards. You don't, do you?
No.
It's Aaron and Scott. What were you thinking? Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. What if you heard something but did nothing? What if the music you loved was gone forever?
Check this out.
A truly intense and tightly wound app, optimized with stunning retina graphics and crystal clear electronic audio. DJ Dubstep Kit, built specifically for dubstep enthusiasts and DJs everywhere. 5 stars, rave DJs around the world. Create your own dubstep music for commercial use today. Visit dubstepkit.com. Mansion Fitness, the only place where you need to train. We've selected only the best fitness trainers to ensure you reach your personal fitness goals quickly and safely. This is the real deal in personal training, not some random trainer giving you a haphazard workout on the fly. We feel strongly about what we do and we wouldn't put our brand on anything less. Visit us at mansionfitness.com and create a new you today. That's mansionfitness.com. No membership required. From the darkness below, an intense and thrilling game by the creators of Appcode Source, bringing the ultimate Gangnam game directly to your devices. Gangnam Speedrunner. Now available on your app store. Get ready to run. This app is rated G for Gangnam. Visit GangnamSpeedrunner.com. What were you thinking? With Aaron and Scott. Real talk behind closed doors. It's not just about stupidity, but everything else that comes with it. High octane, energy driven, in your face. Get ready. It's Aaron and Scott.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Where are we?
AaronScottShow.com. That's what's going on. Check out our website. We're streaming 24/7.
No.
AaronScottShow.com.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're Scott. I'm Aaron.
And we're Jamal.
AaronScottShow.com.
You know, all it takes is a minute of me away from the
So we're
subject
talking,
in hand. And
Scott,
I'm
we're
like,
talking
"Oh."
about the Darwin Awards. I think we.
What are those?
Well, that's when you do something stupid.
Give me an example.
I've
never heard of this.
Well, I think we just earned one. Because here it is, the 4th of July, and we haven't even said anything about the 4th of July.
Oh, geez, that's right. Everybody kills themselves
now
on
we're
the
gonna
4th
die.
of July.
Ah!
Yeah. You lose limbs. Here, let me hold the M80 while you light it. Remember that? You know, I did that once when I was a kid. I had my friend Michael Vassir would light the firecracker, just firecrackers, and I would throw them. But the wick was so long it hit the ground, and then it would pop. We wanted to pop in the air, so we cut the wick. He lit it, popped in my hand. I had a blood blister on my thumb, the size of my thumb, for about 2 months after that. Yeah, stupid things to do. I was a kid.
Okay. So let me end on this one. This is like the grand finale, right?
Oh, cool.
Of the story of the Darwin
like that.
Awards. So in South Carolina,
Yes.
two guys go into a Sprint store, right?
Sprint store.
Sprint. You know, cellular
Oh, yeah.
phones.
I'm on it.
Right. But they say they robbed it, but they wanted to disguise themselves.
I'm going to make it sound better. Start over. Go ahead. Two guys.
Two guys.
Go ahead. Talk like I'm
They
not
go-
here.
So two guys go into a Sprint store.
Sprint store.
Right. And they wanted to rob it.
They're going to rob
And they
it.
wanted to disguise themselves.
Disguise.
So what do?
What do they do?
They spray paint their face in gold spray paint.
Yeah.
So they go in, they rob
In gold.
with their face
Yeah.
spray painted
Gold.
gold in a Sprint store. So they rob the place.
Why gold?
I don't know. Maybe,
Why not silver?
well, gold is the color of gold.
No
They're
shit.
thinking money.
Go on, please.
Maybe they're thinking money. I don't know. Anyway, they're running out of the store.
It'd be
And
green, wouldn't it?
They're running out of the store. They're running. They slow down.
Mm-hmm.
They pass out, and they die.
Whoa,
From
gold.
the fumes of the spray paint. It's toxic.
And they sweated.
And they
it probably
sweated
came
and
out.
it went into their systems and they inhaled.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, I mean, come on. I could see face paint, but don't do spray paint.
That's really funny.
You see two guys walking out with a gold face. You don't think that's going to bring any attraction as people are saying they
No, I
do.
just saw a bunch of them
Oompa
down the street.
Loompas, Yeah.
No, that's really funny. So they died.
They died.
What did they steal to begin
Money.
with? From a Sprint store?
Yeah, from the register.
How much do you get? Everybody pays in credit card. These are real two idiots. Where is this from?
This is in South Carolina.
Wow. Nobody, just for future thieves, nobody really pays in cash at a Sprint store.
No. Well, they buy accessories.
Jesus. Sean.
But they were enough.
Sean Connolly, he never called, and you never left us your number to call you, Sean. Maybe next time. How long do we have left here?
About 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Wow.
Let's stretch it out. What are you going to do on the 4th? You staying in town?
I think so. I don't know. I might go up to my brother's.
All right. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the Bay Area.
I'll be in the desert where it's 115.
Oh, Jesus.
Because it's
Jamal,
not hot enough down here.
Nothing.
You're staying?
Staying.
You're going to hang around Hollywood?
Yep.
God, it's been hot here lately. How much time do we have?
Do you have somewhere to go?
20 seconds.
We have
Oh,
20
there's
seconds.
plenty of time. You know, I was going to tell you guys this story. It goes way, way back when I was a
Wait.
kid.
As you, your kid, yeah.
We're doing good with time?
You got to hurry up. You got to talk fast, buddy.
10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Happy 4th, everyone.
Happy 4th.
2,
one.
One. Bye.
See ya.